This has got to be the quickest blow-up job I've ever seen.
This car came over, it just had a rebuild done. It has a new block, new heads. It's also got one more thing going for it. It has rod knock, and the car has only lasted maybe 50 miles. When it first came to me and I looked the car over before doing anything, noticed that the reference line here was undone. The coolant for the throttle body, this was not on, and this was pulled halfway off. The bottom one is still off. It's missing both of these stays for the intercooler. Not fully seated on this. This is completely not held in. I'm not sure what happened there. And the best part, this car is really, really, really overfilled. It feels like one of the like episodes of Mighty Car Mods when they get a car and they're like, that's not good, that's not good, that's not good, that's not good, this isn't good. I don't know what happened to this, but essentially what we're gonna do is we are going to get the car up in the air, drain fluids, and we're gonna check things out, because I can only assume from the sound that I'm hearing that the oil in this guy is not gonna look very good. A little bit of backstory on myself, if you're new here. My name is Matt. I worked at Subaru Puyallup, my local Subaru dealer, for the past 13, almost 14 years. I was originally a tech, went to being a service advisor, and went to working in sales. So I've kind of seen every side of a dealership at this point, but I've always loved working on Subarus and modifying them. So back in November, I decided to make a big change. I quit my job that I've been at for the last 14 years to come work full-time with my friend Tanner, who you may know as Smedia. We used to be roommates, we've been best friends for a long time, and we built a lot of previous cars together. I was really happy taking this on and coming in and being able to work on this and put together a business. So it's been really cool to join my friend and do that, and I'm excited for what's to come. I really want to find out how much oil's in this car, because this car looks like it's at least 2 to 3 quarts overfilled. It's also had, that is oil leaking on the ground. What? What the? Oh my God! I don't want to lay in this, so, oh my God! Oh my, what the fuck? This car was, what? Bro, what is going on? What is going on? Where is all this oil coming from? Bro.
What? Is it bad? How bad?
I haven't even drained the oil yet.
Should we talk about it?
The stuff you saw on the ground?
Yeah.
That was oil. Oh, God. Dude, oh my. I had to pause. I had to stop recording because I was like, no, I need to get you now.
Oh.
Somehow it's not the oil pan.
What?
It doesn't look like it's the oil pan, but it's like everything around the oil pan.
What do you mean, like the head gasket? You think
No, the entire front cover is like dumping.
Front main?
Something, or cam seals. Dude, it's like everything.
Oh God.
Dude, it's like, it's good.
I'm so curious to see what we find. Oh my God. It's coming from everywhere.
It's coming from everywhere.
Literally everywhere.
I'm scared to even roll under
It's like,
this car
that's
because...
not even like Subaru green. That's like neon green coolant. Look at that.
Well, this is, I want to...
This is leaking. That's leaking. The exhaust manifold over there is impressive. The oil
this is what
leaking.
amazed me is like everything around here is soaked.
The timing cover bolt's not even in.
Yeah, that's like half the other things that aren't actually screwed into this. The crazy thing is the oil pan is not...
There's oil coming out of this coolant hose.
Oh, he might have...
You think he crossed an oil and a coolant line?
Oh, maybe. Because that oil is super
Drain
full.
that. I'll hold the flashlight. Give me the camera too.
This is empty.
This is empty.
I'm going to empty this and see how much oil is actually
I bet you it could be coolant, to be honest. No, that's oil.
Hey, buddy.
Ah,
Hey, buddy.
no.
Come on, buddy.
It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going.
I mean, those are bubbles.
Bro, that's a lot.
That's a lot of oil.
That's not...
There's a little bit of...
There's some bearing right there.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, that's a lot of oil.
Dude, that's a lot of oil. That's really
It's
clean
still
oil. You can
coming.
tell this thing is brand new and broken.
Oh, okay, yeah, there's bearing.
Yeah.
Look at it all.
There's a lot of big,
There's a lot of stuff.
That's a tooth.
It's like you're mining for gold in here. Look at that. That actually looks like gold.
Think I could make some money off this?
Dude, oh, yeah, it's everywhere.
that,
Yeah,
dude.
that's screwed.
Look at that.
This engine has 5 miles.
We're almost full. We're almost full.
I bet you it has 10 quarts.
Dude, look at that.
There
I
is.
got a little coolant in here.
There is coolant right there. I'll die on the hill that Subaru's like the easiest car to build. Oh! He didn't put the clamp back in the exact same spot. It's definitely the wrong coolant.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be green.
No.
It's supposed to be blue.
I didn't undo the battery.
That's Zep for you.
That's up for you.
The battery's dead anyways.
For how clean the outside is, why is this so?
What do you mean how clean the outside
Well, I
is?
mean, look at the side of the car. This is
Yeah, it's
fucking-
white.
Hey, future customers of mine, if you bring a car in and it has spiders, there's going to be a spider tax.
There will be. It's a 300% tax on total labor.
Are you scared of spiders?
We don't like
Dude,
them.
I don't like spiders, man. I don't like how many legs they have. I think they could get it
Eight-legged
done.
freaks.
They could get it done with less. There's no reason they need
Was
it.
it you that I was talking to about spider legs, or was that Eric? They work on hydraulics.
Yeah.
They use blood pressure to move their
Yeah.
legs. It's
I don't
creepy.
I don't like
Well, spiders are fine as long as you don't find a dead rat in the.
Yeah, that was in the BMW.
Under tray.
Yeah. Where's the coolant? Where's the coolant? Bro, that's like empty. Where's the coolant?
out of there. It's not in the engine.
Where's the coolant?
Dude, I don't know.
I never thought it'd be like, hey, I have too many tools. But sometimes I feel like I got too many tools.
Matthew is undoing the intercooler coupler to the turbo. Next, Matthew will undo the 12mm for the crossover for the PCV system. Whoa! Next, Matthew will undo the bypass valve. Wow, is there a gasket on that? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Do we have a gasket? We do have a used gasket. That is not a new gasket. Wow. Next, Matthew will loosen the 8mm for the throttle body. I've already gone ahead and undone the brake booster from the clip here. Next, Matthew will remove the intercooler from the vehicle. Wow, they used all these fancy zinc bolts on the downpipe.
That's a lot of...
That's a lot of lube! Did he put this car together?
But I bet you whoever put this car together was struggling to get that top mount on.
Dude, that's a lot of lube. Those are nice.
Chevy.
Really nice. Those are really nice.
If you work at Chevy, you get zinc hardware.
Those are really nice.
Oh my god.
Why do you have it?
Oh my god.
You're not gonna get it with that, dude.
Oh my god.
Pretend it's your child.
I don't have one.
Pretend it's your child, Tanner!
Matt has some like super like weird grip strength shit when it comes to like taking out and putting in bolts.
I do.
I won't let him put in some bolts because he will snap them if he doesn't have a torque wrench. What do I hear out here? Shut up! Yeah, it's one of the Supra guys. Wow! Now he's just showing off for the camera. Your B58's ass!
Hey, you got a BMW too.
No, I don't! No, bet! You want to bet? Yeah, it's gone.
Oh, I gotta get the third one. No, I don't, because you didn't put it in.
Why don't I see oil in there?
I don't know. See oil in here?
And door number 2!
Nothing.
Nothing!
Matt's got a 12 over here somewhere. Where'd you put the 12? Damn it, Bobby!
Bobby's not here yet.
He could be. Look at all Matt's sockets, you guys. This is absurd.
I know.
No, it's not. That'll do it!
Damn! Here, I'm gonna call the owner.
So at this point, I'm gonna get the engine out of the car. I'll stop and like tell you if I find anything weird or crazy about it. I got the time lapse set up. We'll get going on tearing this engine out. You definitely should not have oil coming out of this hose. You see that? That shouldn't be like that. That's a little breather fitting. You also have oil all right here. I don't see where this whole leak is coming from, but it's all over the head gasket right here. I'd love to see inside these heads, so we'll get the heads off today. But yeah, that should not, I'm assuming this whole thing is filled with oil in this lower part of this plenum. So that's cool.
So far, I've only found a couple of broken connectors and things. I have extra connectors so I can rewire them. His engine harness itself looked pretty good. Like I said, most of this engine is like brand new. The heads are brand new. The block is brand new. He had a bunch of like new parts. One of the TGVs was replaced. The guy that did it filled this so full of oil that when I first tried to start, oil was coming up through here, bypassing the PCV valve and sucking in through the intake. I mean, I know we're gonna see some problems with this thing, but I don't know how bad it's gonna be. I do wanna show you now that we have the engine out, you can really see how off time this is. I mean, this gear is in time. The crank is exactly where we need it. This is not in time. I mean, at least 7 teeth off on the exhaust side. The other side, we are, I mean, roughly about 1/2 or 2 off this upper intake pulley. We're almost dead on. I mean, if that moved forward a little bit, that's typically how these do look. They're never like dead centered the next time you spin it around. One thing I did notice as well is he is missing this cover here that prevents it from jumping teeth. So that's not good. I actually found that in the back of the car in a bag. And then all of these are supposed to be like 1 millimeter away. I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's like 1/2 to 1 millimeter away from the belt. They're like, you know, 3 or 4. Same thing on the bottom. And same thing on that one. I'm wondering if anything's really gonna be savable at this point because it sounded terrible. And from the things I found while I'm working on it, it's not gonna be good.
How the hell did I break your adapter, bro? Oh my god. Oh, I knew it. It spun the fucking pin.
We got all 4 of the cam gears off. This side came off like butter, no problems. This side you saw struggling with, so the top came off, it just took a lot of force. The bottom had something happen to it that I personally have never seen happen. The pin is in the back of this, and it like smashed the entire back of it. And that's why we had so much trouble getting it off, because that's not even circular anymore. We're gonna at least need a set of cams, or at least an exhaust cam. The others look okay depending on what's gone through the motor, but I don't think these are gonna go to a head shop until I get at least 1 exhaust cam for it. One thing to note, when I was taking coil packs off, one of the coil packs looks like it's toast, and both the spark plugs were not tight. And on top of that, the bolts that hold the cams on, so the cam cap bolts, these back 8 go to like 14 something, these front 4 go to 7 something. And they were definitely way tighter than that. Pretty bad scoring right here on this guy. The cam didn't look that bad, but the scoring on this, that's probably not repairable, honestly. That's heavy scoring. I mean, you can hear it. Let's see. Nothing too crazy. I mean, this thing is brand new. I'm not gonna time lapse this part. I guess we'll just do it straight through. It doesn't take that long, so that way I can comment on anything I see instead of explaining it to you later. Okay. Watch where my hand's at. Those are not tight. Those are not crush washers were not crushed on all 4 of these. So all 4 of the spark plugs were not tight. I'm guessing the cam caps are going to be put to like 30 foot-pounds again. I'm surprised these heads weren't just stripped. You got to be really careful with that, especially like the front ones. Dude, these are not supposed to be this tight. Oh my god, dude. You just didn't use sealant. You didn't use sealant on anything. I mean, it's really nice from like
A cleaning perspective.
yeah, it's really nice from the perspective of me having to put this thing back together.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to worry about cleaning anything up because there's no sealant on anything that's supposed to have sealant there. Oh my god! This one's scrap. So I've got chips on all 4 of the exhaust valves. Noticeably bent. I think all 4 are bent. The intake and the cam valves all kiss each other right on this inside. They're all chipped away on the inside there. So that, along with the scoring, which the scoring's on both heads, but the scoring on both heads is not going to allow us to reuse these, so unfortunately these are 5-mile-old heads that are toast. So you have to give him a call, let him know he needs another new set of heads, and we'll go from there. At this point, we're gonna have to wait. Very likely, I mean, I'm almost positive we need heads for this thing because the cam journals are scored so bad, you can't really do anything about it. I think we're gonna make this like I think I can get it done in 2 videos. So yeah, that's all I got in this video for you guys. Welcome back to my long form content. If you are new here, please consider supporting by liking or subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Hey!